Hi, hello. Welcome back to My Healthy Sweet Tooth and another new episode of the Spooktober that Medfield TV is doing. Today we will be making better than a box vegan brownies, Halloween edition. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. So here are the ingredients you will need to make these brownies. 2/3 cup almond milk or your other plant milk of choice. 1/2 cup of organic cane sugar. 3/8 cups of white whole wheat flour. 1/8 cup of cocoa powder or cacao powder, 3 tablespoons of softened vegan butter or ghee, 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt and baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds, 3 tablespoons of tap water, and lastly, 1 cup of chocolate chips divided into 2 bowls, so 1/2 cup in each bowl. So the first thing you're going to want to do is combine your flax seeds with the tap water. By combining the ground flax seed with the tap water, we will be creating a flax egg, which will mock an egg, causing these brownies to be vegan. Feel free to set this aside as it thickens into a gel. And while we're at it, line a 9x9 baking dish with parchment paper. A life hack I like is I like to crumble my parchment paper. So that way, it's easier to mold to the shape of the baking dish that you're choosing to work with. Once you've preheated your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius, as you can see, I've already done that, you're gonna wanna melt 1/2 cup of those dark chocolate chips in the microwave in 30-second intervals 5 or 6 times or until liquid-like melted chocolate consistency remains. Once you've melted your dark chocolate in the microwave and it looks a little something like this, we can set it aside and cream together our organic cane sugar and butter. You can start on low speed and gradually increase the speed. However, I don't like it to splatter everywhere, so I'm gonna start on 1. Once you have a crumbly butter and sugar mixture, we can go ahead and add a couple things to this bowl. Our melted dark chocolate, our almond milk, our flax egg, and the vanilla extract, and then cream that all together one final time. The almond milk, and lastly the vanilla extract. Cream that together one final time to create a chocolate liquid mixture. You should be left with a liquidy chocolate mixture, which means that we are ready to sift through our dry ingredients. Now we will be sifting through our dry ingredients, which includes the white whole wheat flour, the cocoa powder, the baking powder, and the salt. I will be using a strainer to sift through these, so if you don't have a sifter, you can do the same. All you have to do is tap along the sides and it'll sift right through. The reason why we sift our flour and dry ingredients is because it gives the brownies a lighter, more fluffier texture, thus making them more moist and not so dense. See? Repeat this step for the rest of the dry ingredients. Now we can mix using a spatula. But be careful not to overmix. You want to mix until the flour has just been combined. Once your batter has been thoroughly mixed, we can fold through the remaining 1/2 cup of dark chocolate chips. Now the batter is all ready to be baked, so let's transfer it into our prepared baking dish. Once your brownie batter has successfully been transferred, we can spread it out using the back of our spatula, and then it's ready to be placed in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out clean. Once your brownies are done baking, allow them to cool completely for 30 minutes to an hour, because if you try to frost them or cut them now, they'll just fall apart and the icing will melt. So you can carefully take them out and transfer them to a cutting board. Because now comes the fun part. As you can see, the first brownie came out perfectly. I used the pumpkin cutter. This time I will be using the turkey cutter, and with this last little quadrant, I think I'm gonna freestyle a candy corn, so we'll see how this goes. And once you've cut out your brownies, you are all set to enjoy them. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Medfield TV. The breakdown to this full recipe will be included in the description box below, as well as a link to my blog. With that all said, happy Halloween, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Ha 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 ha!